Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Rajiv Chopra and I am from the Dusty Mike Chronicles. The year 2025 is over, and even though the year started with much promise, it limped out, tired into the dark night. If anyone believes the world, humans, have become wise, they are mistaken. The carnage in occupied Palestine continues, the war in Ukraine continues, Western leaders have lost their minds and have forgotten the virtues of free speech. In India, jingoism continues to rise, and so called Hindus protest at what they perceive as injustice to Hindus in other countries while persecuting those of other religions in their home country, India. Our government has accelerated its efforts to commit environmental genocide, and our government has released many rapists from jail and salutes them while jailing those who oppose them without committing any other crime. Technology surrounds us, but wisdom and sanity have forsaken us. How are we citizens, content creators, or any sort of honest person to make sense of the world? Our solution is to interact. One solution is to imitate the proverbial habits of an ostrich and to bury our heads in the sand, hoping that no one comes around and chops our necks off. If we stick our necks out, we run the risk of having our heads chopped off anyway. So if someone is going to chop our heads off, no matter what we do, we may as well take a stand and ensure that we develop a strategy that allows some of us to spread the word without incurring the irrational wrath of the powerful. There is power in subtlety and in numbers. We believe that the 1st of January brings magic to the world, but this belief is stupid. In the first place, New Year's Eve is a grand commercial venture. Prices of everything goes up. Entertainers, the police, hotels, restaurants, flights, everything. We believe we must celebrate, and we believe that the world is a giant. We believe that the world is a giant snake that sheds its skin and ventures into the world with a brand new, shiny set of scales. But that doesn't really happen. The world is not a shiny snake. Secondly, the practice of marking the 1st of January on the new year is an artifice. It's an artifice the world over. People celebrate New Year's in different ways and on different days, and most of them, or many of them, follow the lunar calendar. Ask the Chinese, the Parsis, the Malayalis, Tamilians, Punjabis, agronomists, farmers, and any other set of people. New Year's Eve on the 31st of December is a commercial venture that represents party season, and there's no harm in parties. Third, time exists in a continuum. We cannot parcel time out into little sets of events and parcel out events into little boxes. And we can't put one year into a box and put it away, and we can't put another year into a box and put that away. Time flows, events flow, everything flows, a continuum exists, and the sins of the father are sometimes passed on to the son or daughter. Events have consequences that trigger off other events. You can consider time to be like a burning river, with the burning waters of the tributaries adding flames to the main river. Are we burning the world? In this scenario where people have lost their minds, their sanity, their ethics, their morals, it is up to us to retain our sanity, clarity of thought, ethics, morals, and courage. We can adopt the path of the coward, and on the other hand, We can be brave. There is no point, however, in going forth with blazing guns or ending up in jail or on the on the executioner's chair. There's always a way, a subtle way, a way of creating change, a change for the better. But we can do it with subtlety, with persistence, and with courage. And wow, really wow. This first podcast from the Dusty Mike Chronicles was supposed to bring a message of good cheer and happiness and joy and tell you all that everything is going to be right with the world. But I failed in my duty. I failed in my task. But we must march on. I must march on. Ciao. And oh, by the way, before I go, since I failed in my duty to create or to deliver a cheerful podcast, I've now forced myself into a situation where I am delivering my start of the year message in 2 podcast episodes. So I will see you next Sunday. In the meanwhile, let's march on. Ciao. See you next week. Rajiv Chopra from the Dusty Mike Chronicles signing off. Do shove in a like, share your thoughts, spread the word, subscribe to the Dusty Mike Chronicles, and we'll definitely recommend this to other people as well. And that's my promotional message to all of you. So see you again next week. Bye.